So we're basically doing a theme on hair loss and hair thinning, and I'm also getting questions and answers from you that I want to answer. Come to 𝙃𝙍𝙋𝙍.com. Send me any questions that you have. We'll keep this really active. First question, if your hair has been gone for a few years, is it possible to regrow it? Of course. So I know that it's very challenging for each and every one of you with hair loss, hair thinning. So if you've been having hair loss for years, even decades, you can still bring it back. It's a whole series. It's not just shampoo once, grow your hair back. We have to create a whole new lifestyle for hair loss and hair thinning. So what I suggest, first of all, is start using our scalp massager. It's all rubber. It's the only natural scalp massager that I know of being made on planet Earth today. The rest of them are latex or plastic, which really irritate our scalps. So we need to have blood and air circulating. So the scalp massager, you start anywhere as you want, in the front, back, sides. You start massaging. And if you have long hair, you can pick it up and move it to another area. Scalp massage. We have a lot of videos on the scalp massager. And then second of all, we have the Morocco method brush. It's all natural boar bristle. We have pure boar bristle for really fine hair or sensitive scalps. And we have a mix with boar bristle and plastic, which really stimulates, again, the blood and air circulation. But we have a lot of videos on bend over, brush, stand up, brush. You want to get your own elixirs, your own natural sebum oils into the brush. So when you bend over, you're filling the brush up with your own natural oil. Then you stand up, you come into the hairline, go straight back, putting more oil into the hairline, which there's hardly any at all. So back here, we have a lot of sebaceous glands right into this really fatty area. So the hair is thicker in the back. It starts getting thinner. The top is the thinnest, and the hairline is the thinnest. Because if you feel there's hardly any sebaceous glands in here, it's not thick enough to carry a lot of oil glands. So that's why we need to do scalp massager, brushing, watch the videos. So over a period of years, it's going to take a little while. I definitely strongly recommend using our lunar calendar. The lunar calendar has 5 elements you can pick and choose. I would suggest if you're thinning, you really want to do strengthening, thickening, root work, those 3. And you can alternate every month or every other month. You can cut off just a little bit. You can watch our videos on how to cut hair yourself. Make sure you don't cut a lot of hair off, because every time you cut, like say if I cut my hair like once a month in the back, I basically only cut a little bit off, because every lunar cut is equivalent to about 18 to 22 acupuncture treatments. Because when we snip, that shock goes through the hair follicle, down into the roots, into the growth pattern, and it sends a message for it to like wake up, wake up. So if we've had hair loss and thinning for years, it's just dormant. They're not dead. The follicles are still there, the root pattern's there. And eventually, within, I would say 3-6 months, you're going to start seeing a lot of new growth coming in. But use the lunar calendar. You'll be pleasantly surprised. The second question from Travion, I got hair thinning in the middle of my scalp. Why will it never grow in the middle of my head at all? Well, it will. This is very thin. You can feel right in the top, very thin. Back here is thick. They contain a lot of sebaceous glands. A lot of oil glands are in here. So it needs a lot of lubricant, a lot of activity going on here to produce hair. So if you're having a lot of thinning in the middle, on the top, scalp massager. I would do this several times a day. I would just come in here, do a nice massage, give it some blood and air circulation, do that first thing in the morning, do it in the afternoon, do it in the evening, leave one in the shower. I actually have one in my car. And I actually have one at my desk where my computer is. So whenever I come to my desk, I go, oh, it reminds me to give my head a nice scalp massage. Brushing is really critical, very important. And I would suggest alternating the 5 shampoos. I know some of you like one particular or 2 particular shampoos, but if you're having hair loss and hair thinning, I highly recommend that you alternate all 5 shampoos. When I put them in my shower, I pick from the right shampoo, put it back on the left. So the next time I come in the shower, I don't have to think which shampoo did I use last. And also, I highly recommend using our bar shampoo and conditioner. You can alternate with that also. This will give you a lot of more different types of ingredients. So the hair and scalp really need different ingredients for stimulation. Third question, I use henna and have hair loss. It comes out at the follicles. I switch differently with healthy alternatives and oils. It's still falling out, and I'm a vegan. If you're using henna, good for you, because one of the greatest reasons why women are having hair loss is because they're bleaching, dyeing, perming, blow drying, and Brazilian blowouts. All that is very deadly. These are not very good practices. So bleach, absolutely, you're going to have dry, brittle hair. The hair will break. It'll eventually fall out. Same thing with dyes. These are 100% chemical. We don't want to do that. I'm encouraging everyone to actually start using our henna. So you can start off with the colorless henna. It doesn't do anything for color, but it's a really high level of conditioning. So I would practice with that one. Again, we have lots of videos, and it's like mud. Just slap it on, leave it on. Then from there, I suggest now trying going into color. So go to the lightest color first. So if you're a medium brown, I would start doing light brown, maybe a pinch of medium brown. The next time you apply, go a little darker. So if you go too dark, you can't go lighter. And you can do henna every 72 hours. So if you did henna on Monday, I would wait 72 hours until Thursday or after and do it again. So it's like when you paint, you put on the first layer of paint and you put on a second, it gets richer, put on a third layer, it gets even richer and more saturated. So the same thing with henna. You want to do coat after coat after coat. Send in your questions. I look forward to all and every question. Would love to answer them. All my health, all blessings. Be well.